All right. So you're curious about Second Thessalonians, huh? Want to get to the heart of this book? Well, you've come to the right place. We're diving deep today.
Yeah, Second Thessalonians, it's a letter. Actually, it's one of the earliest letters in the New Testament.
Oh, wow, okay.
And get this, it's from the Apostle Paul to the Christian community in Thessalonica. He wrote it shortly after his first letter to them, like probably within a year, we think.
So like a sequel.
Exactly. It's like a follow-up conversation, tying up some loose ends, clarifying things.
And speaking of follow-ups, your source material actually lays down a challenge for us. Can we sum up this whole letter in under 10 minutes?
Yeah, game on.
All right, so Second Thessalonians. It's Paul, early Christianity. Where do we even begin with this?
Well, Paul starts off by commending the Thessalonians, actually. He praises their faith, their perseverance in the face of persecution. You can really feel the warmth in his words.
Oh, yeah.
Like he really wants to reassure them, build them up.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, those early days of Christianity couldn't have been easy. But it's probably not just a good job guy's letter, right?
You got it. You see, there was some confusion going around about the day of the Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Some people actually believed it had already happened. Can you believe that?
Wow.
And that was causing a lot of anxiety and honestly some excitement too. So Paul clarifies things. He lays out what needs to happen before this day of the Lord comes. It's like he's setting the record straight.
Okay, so some serious clarification was needed then. But what exactly did they misunderstand about the whole day of the Lord thing? It seems like a pretty huge concept to get wrong.
Yeah, no kidding. For them, the day of the Lord was this incredibly important event. It was the day when God would intervene in the world.
Hmm.
A time for judgment, for justice. Considering all the persecution they were going through, it's understandable that some folks might have been a little too eager for it to arrive.
I can see that.
So Paul had to ground their expectations in a proper understanding of prophecy.
Makes sense. Okay, so commendation, clarification. But then things get even more interesting, right? When the man of lawlessness enters the scene. Who is this guy? What's his deal?
Ah, yes, the man of lawlessness. Now, this is where we dive into some really fascinating, kind of mysterious territory. So Paul describes this figure as a rebel against God.
Yeah.
Someone who wields deceptive power. It's like a warning, like be careful, be discerning. There are people out there claiming authority or divine power that they just don't have.
Right. So it's a bit of a shadowy figure then.
Totally. And here's the thing. Paul doesn't give us a physical description of this man of lawlessness. He doesn't give us a specific name or identity.
Which just adds to the mystery, I guess.
Exactly. And so you can imagine this has sparked so much debate and interpretation over the centuries.
I bet. So what are some of the main interpretations out there?
Well, some people view it symbolically, representing this spirit of rebellion against God that can show up in individuals, in systems, even in different eras. Others connect it to specific historical figures, but honestly, it remains one of those passages that people continue to grapple with.
Wow, a detail that just keeps on giving. Okay, but Paul doesn't just dwell on the doom and gloom, does he? He gets pretty practical too, I think.
Absolutely. He shifts gears and directly calls the Thessalonians to stand firm in their faith.
Yes.
He warns against idleness, like just sitting around doing nothing. He actually stresses the importance of honest work, of earning your living.
Now, that's something that really resonates even today, right?
Sure.
So why do you think Paul emphasized this honest work thing so much?
That's a good question. It likely reflects the situation of the time. You see, early Christians were often marginalized. They faced accusations of being lazy or of disrupting society.
Oh, interesting.
So it seems Paul was trying to address those criticisms head on. He was urging his followers to live lives that were exemplary, to contribute to their communities through honest labor.
So it's not just about making a living then, it's about reflecting your faith in your actions.
Exactly. It connects back to that theme of standing firm. Your beliefs should guide your actions.
Powerful message.
Yeah.
Especially in a world where it's easy to, get distracted, lose sight of your values.
You said it. And then, towards the end of the letter, Paul offers prayers, blessings, instructions for the community. He leaves them with a real sense of hope and purpose.
Beautiful. So, Second Thessalonians, it's not just an ancient text, right? It's a letter filled with timeless wisdom, encouragement for the community, clarification of some really big ideas, and a powerful call to action.
It really is. And, it leaves us with a question that's so relevant to us today. How do we face a world full of challenges and uncertainties? How do we discern truth from falsehood? Second Thessalonians points us towards the strength we can find in faith and in community, even in the midst of difficulties.
Food for thought. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
You got it.
Yeah.
Until next time.